The One Call, One Appointment pediatric hotline for Montrealers is set to return June 6th after the temporary offering was suspended March 31st. Many parents and practitioners called on the service to be reinstated. It gives parents access to quickly obtain a medical appointment for their child who is ill, but whose condition does not require a visit to the emergency department.
I'm joined by Francine Dupuis, the Associate CEO of CIUSSS West-Central Montreal. Thank you so much for being here with me.
My pleasure.
With more than 45,000 appointments made in just 7 months on the One Call, One Appointment line, with an average telephone wait time of just over 2 minutes, why was it suspended?
The line was meant to be temporary to begin with. It was one of the different measures that was put in place during the pandemic at the time when the pediatric emergencies were really like in a very dire situation. Emergencies are always overwhelmed in a way. You know, there's always too many patients, but it was worse than ever. So we decided to put the line on during the pandemic, and the situation improved a lot. Of course, it's unfortunate that it was closed and then it's going to be reopened. It looks like we don't know where we're going, but you know, things happen. We were not expecting this new surge of high demand in the pediatric hospitals, but it happened. So we are readjusting.
Parents had started a petition to bring back the line. We spoke to one who waited 16 hours in the emergency room for a non-urgent case with her child, and even a doctor all calling for it to come back. Was this maybe a part of the decision to bring it back?
Well, the decision to bring it back was because we were not ready to open the new central line. So we didn't want to leave a void in between the month of June and perhaps the month of July or August. So this is why. It's because the number significantly increased in the emergencies.
The line will be functional until an online service set up by the Quebec government will be in place, but that service will only be available to those without a family doctor. Is it possible that the pediatric line could continue?
No, there will be one line, and the service will be offered to the children, to the adults, and to the elderly. Because not only children are sick and need services, we have lots of very, very sick adults and elderly who do not have a family doctor. So in terms of being fair to all the clientele, it's a good thing that the line be accessible to all age groups.
And as of Monday, parents can call the line at 514-890-6111 for non-urgent issues related to their children aged 16 years or less. What should parents know about the pediatric line, and what can they expect if they haven't used it as yet?
They just call. We'll help them. That's all. But if they have a family doctor and they're registered with a family doctor, this is the clinic's responsibility to see them. When a patient is registered, and if the child is sick, they have a responsibility to see the child. You cannot say, oh, it's 9 o'clock, we don't have any more walk-in places for you. It's impossible. They are responsible for their clientele. And this is what the minister and the ministry is going to insist on in the next few months.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.